I used around 1 divine worth of currency and crafted bows that can be sold for around 10 divines, another bow that can be sold for maybe 20-25 divines, and also pretty good crossbow that can clear all content. It was in the first part of this crafting session, and that's the second part, where I will show you a lot more techs and ways how you can craft your gear. If you're new to crafting in Path of Exile 2, I recommend to checking video in a pinned comment and in the description, where I explain all mechanics and advanced tips. But now let's begin crafting. But let's say you're lucky and you got some insanely high rolled physical damage bow crossbow. That's actually what I got right now. It's a tier 1 physical damage, critical damage bonus. So there is none on the market right now, so it's extremely rare, but just with physical damage alone costs like 4 divine orbs. But bottom part is awful. When bottom part is awful, you can basically do the same algorithm we did with bows, but right now we got interesting situation. Back to crossbows. Yeah, so we got insanely high physical damage roll. Again, we can't play with techs right now. And we got insanely high critical damage bonus roll. And now we need to solve a puzzle. Again, on weapons there is like a problem that all techs is attack techs, and there's loads of bad techs over here. So the best way actually to make good stuff for weapon, for like bows and crossbows, is to actually not play with techs a lot, but trying to fill suffixes or prefixes. For me it will be dropping critical hit chance in form of essence, and again it's super cheap, so we will have damage and critical hit chance. Then we don't want to lose physical damage bonus, and at the same time we kinda don't want to lose bottom part. That's where comes new mechanic, desecrated modifiers. So we will try to desecrate this weapon, and we will need to desecrate it so we can fracture it later. Before desecration we need to understand how much it affects our like final result, and in reality it affects it a lot. So what we want to do, we want to actually add desecration over here on top. This will give us ability to fracture in one of the 3 attempts physical damage, and it's like percent physical damage, of course. If we can desecrate physical damage, so it's 1 out of 3 chance, then we don't need this mod for crossbow. Actually, we don't need this like this stuff. So we will use Essence of Battle to remove this stuff with Omen that removes suffixes basically. It will be removed and will give us +6 to skill of levels, to level of skills, of course. This will give us 2 free prefixes basically, and then we will start adding a bunch of bonuses, and we can continue removing them and adding, for example, extra lightning damage in forms of perfect essence of electricity. So basically we get 33% chance to make insanely overpowered crossbow right now. Everything starts with Essence of Critical Strike. That's a pretty high critical hit chance, so we're dropping it and we're creating a pretty good crossbow. Like, it's already pretty crazy. But to desecrate we need 4 modifiers. As I told you, we need desecration at the top part. Therefore, we're using Omen of Sinistral Necromancy that will lock desecration attempt to the top part. So, job on goes on top, in prefix. Again, as you can see it on the bottom, but in reality it's in prefixes when we're highlighting item. Right now we get 1 out of 3 chance to lock increased physical damage. Pow! Critical hit chance. Not really good. So, this plan failed, and we can't continue desecration plan. Now we get desecrated critical hit chance, it doing nothing for us. Is there any like desecrated mod that we like? In reality, not. We don't want desecrated mod. That's why I haven't picked any desecrated modifier for our weapon. So we will roll a random. It's better to have Omen right now so we can reroll, but I'm fine with this extra damage in melee range. We're like okay with this. These high-end crafts will always have some sort of randomness, but again they require like a lot less than 100 divines to actually succeed. You can buy a bunch of these crossbows, 1 out of 3 will be desecrated, maybe 1 out of like 5 if you're unlucky. And with desecrated physical damage bonus you can follow the previous plan. Right now I can't follow the previous plan, and it's impossible for us to actually add level to projectile skills safely. So we will just roll random stuff on top. We rolled extra physical and accuracy. Mana per enemy killed is not a good stuff, of course. So how good this crossbow is? Well, it's at least 1 divine right now. Again, we kinda won a craft, but it could be sold a lot higher before because it got tier 1 physical damage roll. The problem right now, we have critical damage bonus and we don't want to lose it, honestly, but we probably don't want to lose top part either. So we got 33% chance to actually remove mana per enemy killed and add plus level to skills by using this omen that will remove suffix. We need to double check that we're not messing around prefix and suffix. Yeah, we get... No, it's not 33% chance, it's 50-50. So we either remove critical damage bonus or mana per enemy killed. But 50-50 is fine. Ta-da! Lucky today. I mean, we're not very lucky actually. We will be lucky if we hit increased physical damage, then we will get like insanely overpowered bow, but for this one we will just drop a bunch of quality on top. We'll get a bunch of artificial orbs. How good is this one? I don't know, but again, there is no bows like this on the market. No crossbows actually, with that high DPS. So let's check our skills, and it's not that bad. It's pretty okay-ish to me. Again, it's pretty weird. On a tooltip, it's like 50k damage, but this crossbow is almost fully calculated. Almost fully calculated, because it's added physical damage, extra lightning damage. This one not getting extra lightning damage, but it's getting 100% more damage in melee range. And with our style, we want to stay close to our enemies, therefore, this crossbow is actually like pretty good. Again, double critical, level 12 skills, it's just good. So it's on the market for 10 divines. Okay, we're getting like to an end with weapons, but I got this 3-socket crossbow. If we will roll something cool right now, we will craft it. Physical damage as mana is awful, and pow, 100 elemental damage with attacks. So again, we're going with our old strategy. We got elemental damage with attacks, we adding lightning damage on top, since it's like lightning crossbow right now. Then we're removing awful suffix with essence of electricity, and pow, we got perfect top part. It's a really powerful one. So we need to fill bottom part. Right now desecration will definitely go on bottom part, but we want to make sure it's Ulaman. So we get desecration, and we can drop like 2 exiles on the bottom part, or we can drop like greater exalted on the bottom part. Again, I don't think I really need like insanely overpowered crossbow right now, and I don't think there's enough buyers on the market to drop perfect exalt right now. So we will drop greater exalt and see what our suffixes will be. Pow, complete trash, as it should be. So again, we're removing suffix, trying to have this crossbow, and remove attribute requirements. How? No, we remove something else. That's fine. Here's the fun and pretty cool loop actually we can do if we wish to make this crossbow super OP. I'm not doing it right now since I don't care too much, but here's what we can do. So we can have, for example, perfect essence of haste that will give us onslaught on killing enemies, which is kind of like attack speed and stuff like that. It's really cool. And we can drop it inside of this crossbow. And we will try to continue basically this spree going on. So we will go with this. It just knocked off our essence of battle. This can go only in suffixes, so it will knock off only suffixes. Let's basically try it once again. Pow! We just removed level of all attack skills. So it's like again 50-50 or like 33%, something like this. Now we will use Omen of Abyssal Echoes, so we can actually reroll what's going on. We're dropping this crossbow, and it's attacks chain additional time, which is fine for Galvanic Shards build, but I don't want to do it. And projectile have damage in melee range. So as you can see, it's all Ulaman mods, and that's exactly what I used. I wanted to have this Ulaman mods. So we will have critical damage in melee range. So we're dropping some runes inside. It's not like best runes. We can actually drop 3 runes for added 180 lightning damage. And added 180 lightning damage can be big, but even right now, this crossbow is already pretty crazy. And again, it's not calculating this critical damage bonus right now, because it's like extra bonus over here. It's not in calculation, but in practice, it may be insanely fun and cool. How good is this crossbow? Well, you will never know if you not valid. Jeez guys, we're having so much fun today. I hope you're dropping a like for this video, because we just crafted insanely OP crossbow. Again, while on the tooltip it's not better, with good runes it can be insanely good. And in reality it's very like, nice crossbow. But we will try to get force socket. Let's try. Oh, no, we didn't. What happened? Oh, so we got added lightning damage on top. Jeez, that's crazy actually. That's also good. We'll buy these runes right now. That gives us 1 to 60 lightning damage. If you're looking for my shop, by the way, then you can see all my items over here. Just enter seller account. But here we are, we got our runes. I hope it's not waste of exalted orbs, but it's never waste of exalted orbs if we're having some fun. So on paper it's a little bit weaker. On paper it's weaker. Is it weaker on pretty stacked tier 15 map? Tier 16 actually, irradiated area. Let's find out. In my opinion, it's not weaker by a mile. We just like one-shooting everything. Oh my goodness, that's crazy how good this crossbow is. Guys, tooltip is a noob trap. That's a real power. So let's see our enemy. Hello, Mr. Ogre. Let's see this critical strike in mid range. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, so this crossbow will go maybe for like probably like 2 divine because it's fun and 3 sockets, 1 divine for extra lightning damage, happy val orb. We dropped a bunch of essences. And these crazy runes that adds a little bit. It goes for 8 divine orbs. It's basically extremely cheap deal, I would say. Okay, everyone is actually mad about weapons already, I guess. So we're not corrupting this quota stuff. Again, it will follow completely same road as previous examples. So let's jump to some other cool fun stuff and get a bunch of puzzles done. We got boots. And these boots got insanely good movement speed. You may think it's a good base for crafting. In reality, it's not. At least technically and at least few days ago. Basically, movement speed is modifier that can roll 25% movement speed from level 46 from Greater Exalted Orb, and 65 or 82 will go from Perfect Exalted Orb. And we may force this movement speed extremely easily by getting, for example, desecrated modifier Ulaman, and there's only 3 of them, so it's guaranteed basically. And we're getting reduced movement speed penalty, so we're locking movement speed. And if you at the same time got resistances on your awesome boots, well, there is no elemental, fire and resistance modifier in prefixes. Actual best base for guaranteed movement speed will be any resistance. You will add a resistance with essence, then Ulaman mod, but if you wish to remove this Ulaman mod, you will need to pay 300 exiles right now. It's like bad price over here, it's 300 exiles actually. So that's like a problem, that's a real problem, if you wish to remove Ulaman mod. Therefore, having boots with movement speed is okay-ish. How can you make some like good boots for you? Actually, I want to make good boots for me. So with current prices, there's 2 ways. And it depends again on what you need. And that's why I'm making this video, so you start thinking like how crafting works. For example, you got speed modifier, yes, but there is no speed modifiers in suffixes. Therefore, if we add any resistance modifier, we can actually guarantee that we'll have other resistances on the boots. And if you don't need other stuff in suffixes, well, you're golden basically. However, I really like deflection on my boots. And there is no way how we can force deflection safely, since again there is no Ulaman mods or other mods that can give us defense tech, but there's also other pretty cheap tricks. For example, perfect regal orbs can be bought for like 13 exalt orbs, they're pretty cheap right now. And there's rituals that may affect them. For example, it's Omen of Homogenizing Coronation, basically 7 exalts. This costs 20 exalted orbs to make sure that our regal orb will make the same modifier we got already on weapon, or on armor, an item basically. And we got fire resistance, lightning resistance rolls on these boots. These boots are empty right now, so we can try to make my plan and pow, increased armor and evasion tier 1. That's a good one, because it's defenses, and now we can force defenses actually. I'm not making puzzles since it's pretty easy craft, and never forget to check what you can have and what you can get from your runes. And that's where we get choices, what we need to think about. So, for example, every essence will add different like resistance modifier, and they will roll in 31 to 35 range. Cold, lightning, fire, or even chaos. So if we check, 31 to 35 is tier 3 actually, so it's not perfect. Chaos resistance, same, but chaos is more rare, so it's fine. Perfect regal orb will roll random defense, but it will roll tier 50 plus. While we still have chance to roll something around this, we got high chance to roll a lot higher rolls. These guys with movement speed still don't have any modifiers, but let's not forget about one interesting stuff. Essences also adding tax. So, there's greater essence that can increase armor evasion rating and energy shield. So to make it more fun, we will make all boots in different crafting styles. On this, with just one modifier, we will add Regal Orb. So we're making sure we're adding one more defensive layer, and it's tier 1 deflection. That's exactly what I need for my perfect boot roll. On this we will add Regal Orb again, but since it got lightning resistance, it will roll one more resistance, maybe higher. And yeah, we got tier 2 chaos resistance, exactly as I told you. And on this we will roll increased armor or energy shield. Ta-da! So they are also really powerful tier 3 increased armor evasion energy shield. Which boots is better? Well, we don't know. But for intelligence boots it's even easier. We will use same essence that just adding energy shield right now. Because we want to force a really high energy shield on top. So we got pretty okayish energy shield to roll. And we got 2 prefixes. Again, I'm not trying to make stuff to sell something, so I don't care about super high rolls right now, but basically, if we check intelligence based boots, then we will see there's different defensive layer rolls, and it's increased energy shield over here and increased energy shield recharge rate at the bottom. We definitely don't need this increased recharge rate, but how we can force it? Well, I don't think I need like puzzle right now. Maybe you're on the same page as me and you see where I'm going. Here's the move we will do. And again, it's super funny because we're basically making like puzzles and making some good items. We will use Greater Exaltation to add 2 modifiers with 1 Exalted Orb. So this will roll 30 plus. This means it will roll to maximum energy shield and it will roll 35 plus, so it will be like tier 1 or tier 2 minimum. But we're using 2 of them because there's a chance to roll increased energy shield recharge rate. We also roll like high tier, so I did like a little mistake, but we're fine. I forgot. That's why you need to solve puzzle first. Again, idea is to actually use this omen. It's better to be used like on this boots, but okay. And using this omen to force same modifier, homogizing. The same modifier as this boots already have. And it have energy shield, which is defensive tag. And pow, we got recharge rate and to maximum energy shield. As I told you, tier 2, tier 3. Tier 2, tier 2. Now we get all prefixes done and we get 1 suffix that we don't need. Probably you already know what to do. We will use dextrol. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, that's why you pre-plan everything before doing stuff. Before committing at least. If you care about your currency, and that's how you not lose it. I actually forgot that there is no essences that will give us a resistance at the bottom part. But there is nice desecrated modifiers for the bottom part. Okay, I hope I will use these boots someday and we will drop homogizing again on them. So we got insanely high movement speed, 2 energy shield, chaos lightning resistance and stun threshold. I just spent around maybe 1.5 divines on it, maybe a little bit more, and we will see if they will be sold for 7 divines. For this one, I don't know, I need resistances, but how to get resistances? Well, of course, we will desecrate our armor, but we need to pick Ulaman modifier or Amanamu. So all modifiers with resistances will go with some type of resistance and chaos resistance. That's good. Let's go for like lightning, who cares? But actually we care, since as you can see there's 5 Amanamu modifiers that can roll, 5 Kurgular and only 3 Ulaman, so lightning is the best choice. Therefore, we're going with Ulaman modifier, we're going with desecration for rare armor, activating it, and for some reason it locked. Let's try other, and omens don't work. Okay, let's see. We got lightning resistance, fine, I take it. Let's hope we will get something good. Freeze duration reduction, so maybe we will break even. How to finish these boots? Well, I don't care right now too much. My boots are fine. I guess you got ideation like how you can craft boots and what ideation will be behind the boots. This video already takes so long to produce. So let's jump to our favorite breach rings. I got 2 very good ones over here. We will see them. This one is for recombinator. I will explain right now. And this one is my accuracy rings. Also will be explained right now. We will make a puzzle and I hope it will be good. But as you can see, I don't have armor on me right now. since you know I'm like in a good mood right now. I'm in a good mood, and we got essence of body, which is extremely good since it's adding up to 10% increased maximum life. But my armor right now got maximum life on top, tier 1. If it will be changed, it's fine. I kinda getting like same bonus, even like a little bit better. It got tier 1 increased armor and evasion, which is very good, and I don't want to lose it. And it got tier 4 triple mixed stuff. So while I'm in the mood to completely YOLO this item and get like extremely overpowered stuff, let's just drop fracturing orb on top, and it's 1 out of 6 chance to lock increased armor and evasion. Pow! We locked deflection rating. Okay, not lucky today. So what will happen right now when I use this essence? It will be used on top part anyway, and we got 1 out of 3 chance to brick this item a little bit. Let's see. Pow! Is it bricked? No, it's not. It's just godlike item. It's just completely godlike. It got maximum life plus 200 and 8% maximum life, which is just crazy. And you know how good I'm feeling about this armor? I'm actually like completely convinced. It's insane. But it got some like low rolls. For example, our maximum life can be like 10%, and we will use Omen of Sanctification. It's new Omen type. Basically, it will make item kinda corrupted, but it will improve it. So, pow! It's actually reduced power a little bit, but increased maximum life. It's less armor and evasion, but I guess we can live with this. And guess what? We got 3k maximum life right now. Oh my goodness. Our effective HP just risen. That's pretty fun. And it's time to get back to rings. So where do we start? We got basic breach rings. All of them are level 80, most of them. And just basic breach rings already cost something. So what we will do right now, we will actually drop basic perfect orb of transmutation. Again, we don't have any other option. We just need to find what we roll. And we got it. So this tier 1 lightning damage roll on breach ring right now goes for 25 exiles. I don't know. It's really hard to find. They're going out really fast. Increased lightning damage is also insanely good. It's actually like 2 mods that I just need on my ring. And we got an option. An option, boys. This option is pretty crazy, and we got 7% chance to do it. No, we're not doing this with tier 1 rolls. Basically, if chance is around like 30%, it's okay to combine these rings, but we're not doing this right now. So this one with evasion rating, this one with rarity of items. I don't need either of those. So this will be upgraded. Tier 1 cold damage to attacks, tier 1 intelligent. This goes into like best in slot rings for now. Now let's go to our ring category over here. And let me explain like why I think this accuracy is great. As I told you, it gives us attack tech. And yeah, there's so many like suffixes, prefixes that I can't like make a really good puzzle, but I should. So you see, for example, we got this accuracy rating. It goes over here. And we got attack tech. Right now with homogenizing exaltation omen, we can force attack techs basically. And there is only 4 of them on top. Guess what? I'm fine with all of them. Like, I'm completely fine with all attack techs. So by doing this, we will force attack techs. But here's the problem. It can be used only on rare items, because we can use it only with exalted orbs. So we need to make this ring rare, ring with accuracy basically. Therefore we will need to go to essences. And now there's 2 options. One of them is to drop to maximum life. This will give me 84 maximum life on ring, which is okay for my build. Again, since I'm getting 10% of maximum life from armor, it's pretty good. There's a second option, which is the one I'm going for. It will be to actually drop something that will give me lightning. So we're dropping lightning resistance. Why lightning resistance? Well, it will give me, let me just drop this into our calculation. So we're dropping this via essence. I don't want to screenshot essence, we will like make a little image of essence. It looks like essence, I guess. So it gives me lightning, resistance and elemental tags. Now, if I force homogenizing omen, it will roll between attack, elemental, lightning and resistant tags. But we will force it only to roll on top. What is on top from these tags? Well, if we roll lightning, it will be increased lightning damage and lightning damage to attacks, which is exactly what I need. So that's best case scenario. It can roll elemental. Therefore, it can roll like lightning damage and fire damage. It can roll increased fire damage, it can roll like stuff that I don't need, so there's a little chance. Or it can roll attack, and it will give me adds to lightning damage to attack and stuff like that. Now, this craft alone will cost me around like 100 Exile. So 100 Exiles, this craft, without considering exalted orbs, by the way. And it can brick. It can brick, so it's not like 100%. So instead, what we can do, we can add basically any essence, we don't care, and then we can remove it with Orb of Annulment and Omen of Erasure. So it will cost us around 3 divines already, this move. And it will leave us with a rare ring with accuracy. A rare ring with low tier accuracy. You may think like I'm crazy to waste 3 divines on this, but now I can use homogenizing exaltation with, for example, exalted orb, perfect exalted orb, and we will get 2 bonuses, which will be only attack bonuses. That's it. Nothing else can roll. This will lead us into a really funny situation, since there's only 4 bonuses that can roll. The problem, they can roll pretty low, even with perfect exalted orb. That will raise the price of this craft to like 5 divines already. Still, if we manage to hit, for example, lightning damage to attack and like fire damage to attack, and maybe we will hit higher rolls, so we will get like, we're not getting this, we're not getting this. Then our next move is to actually use another Omen of Erasure with Chaos Orb, and use perfect Chaos Orb to reroll last modifier. How last modifier can be rerolled? Well, it's completely like random. So there's another option. We can use Omen of Sinistral Annulment, and it will raise this price to like 10 divines already. So we will remove accuracy rating with Omen of Whittling at the same time. Yeah, it will be like 15 divines already. So for 15 divines we can remove this. Then we will use again perfect exalted orb, and we will be able to roll accuracy on top. This ring will cost like probably 1 million divines. That was my initial idea. It's like a fun idea, but 10 divines at minimum to just roll suffixes. I can do it, but I guess my viewers who are watching right now can't do it, because it will be 1500 exalted orbs. You know what else we can do for 1500 exalted orbs? Yeah, we can buy like 360 chaos orbs, and we will have 360 attempts to reroll some cool modifiers and then upgrade them a lot cheaper. How? Well, that's basically the algorithm. So this accuracy rating rings probably is garbage. I don't see like how I can solve this puzzle right now. Maybe it's already too late for me. Maybe I just don't see again how to do it. So this evasion intelligence may be good. We will leave it for later. Now I will explain you what rings I got over here. Basically I got rings with some nice rolls. And when we are rolling, we definitely want to have this omen. This omen of recombination actually will give us a lucky attempt. Technically it gives us plus 50% chance to succeed. So with 15% chance, it's plus 7%. It's around 20% chance to succeed on this roll right now. Let's see if we're lucky. Probably not. And we are not lucky. Okay, one more time. One more time. Failed again. If you're curious, this stuff costs 30 exalted orbs, so we're having a little bit of fun, but here's fire resistance and all elemental resistance tier 2, which is a pretty good one. 22% chance plus 50%, so it's like 30% chance to succeed, and this one is lucky. Okay, we got one like good option over here also. And that's the rings we got in inventory right now. They're on the screen basically. So let's start with this one. It's called damage to attacks and rarity of items. I completely don't care about this one, so we're just trying to regal orb this. And we got tier 2 lightning damage to attacks. Okay, it's a lot better right now. Breach rings with these rolls already won a divine, at least. After recombinator, all rings are golden, so it's rare rings with just 2 mods. And these guys over here got insanely good prefixes, lightning damage and lightning damage to attacks. So lightning damage and lightning damage to attacks is basically attack, damage, elemental, lightning, loads of these tags. Our problematic tags is leech, it's basically attack tag, and that's it. We don't want to roll chaos, so that's like a problematic. We got 1, 2, 3 bad rolls, and all other rolls are fine, especially on ring with lightning damage. I mean, cold damage, fire damage is bad. Yeah, there's lots of like bad rolls. But, I forgot to tell you my secret strategy, and that's actually like what is it all about. So we got a bunch of this attack modifiers over here, and that's actually one of the reasons why I got this accuracy rings. So if this will work greatly, I will actually craft them. Even for 10 divines, good, like perfectly rolled breach rings with resistances on top can go for like loads of divines, for hundreds of divines. These attack modifiers basically can be combined with a really fun omen. You see, omen of catalyzing exaltation. While this item is active in your inventory, the next exalted orb will be consuming catalysts to increase chance of corresponding type of modifier. So we investing this stuff into our breach ring, and they also cost a bunch, but I collected them myself, so it's not a problem. You don't need to buy it actually. You can collect it and then craft your rings, and it will increase chances for this cool attack modifiers. Now, we need to find out first of all what essences we may use on ring. Increasing maximum mana is definitely not what we want, but ring is also jewelry, and there's no greater like perfect essences for jewelry. So we can't remove this rarity from the item. Therefore, let's try it on my like best candidate over here, and this tier 2 fire damage 2 attacks. So instead of homogenizing exaltation, we will try to force Exalted Orb to use attack modifier on ring. And let's count. So 10 modifiers, 10 catalysts will go for like 50 exalts right now. So it's like 50 exalts over here right now. Then it's like probably 50 more and 50 more, and that's it. So we dropped loads of exalts right now. Maybe half of divine, maybe a little bit more. Now we will use perfect exalted orb with this catalyst. So it will have high chance to use corresponding type of modifier. I don't know should we use homogenizing exaltation at the same time, because again it may kinda try to get other type of modifier. It probably won't increase effect of catalyzing, they may interact with each other, so we will just try to use one, and we will use perfect exalted orb, which cost 300 exalted orbs. Pow! Oh my goodness! I forgot we got attack modifiers and suffixes. Jeez, okay, it works greatly, but we just wasted a little bit of stuff. We should use also another omen to like actually force it on top. Okay, that was funny. That's why you never do long crafting sessions, you need to be focused, or at least do puzzles in a paint. But we will finish this craft. So, just to like kinda confirm how it works. So right now it should add just 2 attack modifiers, and pow! Yeah, accuracy is also attack modifier, let's not forget about it. Now we will fix this craft. Again, I bought this accuracy ring for 1 exalted orb. It's low tier accuracy. Now let's calculate this god tier ring craft, or I will fail, and it will be fun. So step number 1 is to add preferred resistance, and I'm going for chaos resistance right now. I want chaos resistance on the ring. Okay, now we're adding modifiers, like loads of them actually. So it's increasing chance for attack modifiers on ring, but it won't be accuracy modifier. And now that's the combination. We're making sure we're adding prefixes with exalted orb, so they're going on top. We're making sure that they are corresponding type of our modifier, it's attack modifiers, and we're adding 2 other modifiers. So we're not wasting just 1 perfect exalted orb. Right now it costs like 80 exalted orb for attack modifiers, like full craft right now, and for essence. With these omens over here, they cost basically nothing, like 5 exalted orbs and 300 exalted orbs for this. So it's like 2.5 divine ring right now, 2.5 divine. Pow! Okay, we rolled extremely low damage. And that's one of the problems. When you're running like attack modifiers, it can roll pretty low. Still, we got a little bit of damage to attacks, maybe it can be sold. But here is another version. Another version which is probably a lot more safer. So, we got this insanely high lightning damage to attack ring. And just to be safe and to make like super good and perfect stuff, we will add lightning resistance on top. Pow! So we got high lightning resistance, high lightning damage to attacks, which is already pretty good ring. Now look, we get loads of tags, but if we force a lightning tag, we will make sure we're getting lightning damage, and we are sure we're getting all elemental resistances. And this will make truly godlike ring. So this each catalyst goes for 3 exalted orbs. It's super cheap. It's a lot better than trying to make a ring with damage to attacks. Again, that's why you need to think for crafts for yourself. If you're just going for like triple damage ring, it's hard. It's just hard, even from accuracy. But this one is already 5 divines. So, okay. And we don't need suffix prefix, since we don't want suffix and prefix at the same time, and we want lightning. So this ring right now costs basically like nothing. I just got base, I dropped a bunch of blue heads on top, and we got one lightning roll, and this is already good. And we should have all resistance and lightning damage right now. Pow! For some reason we got dexterity and physical damage to attacks. Again, it's not like 100% perfect, I would say. So it's like 2 divines right now, and we still don't have lightning, so we will try once again. I need my perfect ring, and if any professional crafter like watching right now, you can tell me like what I'm doing wrong, but I don't know. I will try to consume all catalysts, which is lightning modifiers right now. Are 2 modifiers. Maybe these 2 random modifiers is just bad stuff. Maybe we consume lightning and pow. But it worked on attack ring. I guess it's increasing chance. We just need to drop like every omen possible to make this ring right now. Cost me like 8 divines to produce. And let's see what will happen. I hope I will close my eyes and I hope there will be like all elemental resistance and lightning damage increased. Pow! We got strength, dexterity, and lightning resistance, and lightning damage to attacks. Oh, jeez, okay, that's not bad. So this ring over here right now was made for like 8 divines probably. There's nothing even close. Without stats, it's 15 divines by the way. Yeah, we could actually like try to use Kurgular mods for like guaranteed resistance. And we're not forcing any like specific mod, we're just doing random stuff, and it can give like good resistances. And that's basically how we make breach rings with consumption. This one is like pretty good one. So it's 40 divines. We spent like 10 probably, I forgot already. The main question, will it increase my DPS? Yeah, it increases my DPS, and at the same time it increasing my HP just a little bit, I guess. Oh yeah, I forgot about the string. So you see this low tier accuracy roll on this one can be changed with Omen of Wheatling. So yeah, we will use Omen of Wheatling. And should we use Perfect Chaos Orb for 174 divines? Exiles, definitely not. It's not worth it, but this Chaos Orb of level 2 can work. So Omen of Wheatling will reroll like lowest tier, and that's why we need low tier accuracy for this type of rings that I showed you with attack modifiers. Pow, we reroll increased fire damage. Again, it's not perfect, but for someone who using fire damage, this breach ring is already like a lot better. We can increase attack modifiers, it will be risen, but you need to kinda calculate should it be done, because Omen of Wheatling is also around 1 divine orb, so it should rise the price of your item. All of these crafts was insanely consuming in terms of currency. Can we actually craft something good on rings with a cheap version? Well, for example, we get increased lightning damage, and basically on Jewelry we can drop technically only stuff that increasing our resistances. Again, if it's breach rings, it's nice to drop like similar stuff. So if it's lightning damage, we're dropping lightning resistance. We're getting pretty nice ring already. Now we can't continue crafting with essences since there's no good essences for rings. If you're not crafting mana rings, basically. For mana rings, yeah, there is one. And if you want to go cheap, you just need tier 2 exalted orbs. And this desecration collarbone. So basically you're desecrating it once, and before revealing, we're just dropping homogenizing and double exalted orb. But at this point, it's really important not to just randomly desecrate your ring. You want to actually desecrate suffix on ring, since if you take a look, prefixes are just awful, most of them. While random desecrations will give you actually a chance for even rolling high attack rolls, it's still pretty low chance because there's lots of different modifiers. It's a lot better to actually roll exact suffixes that you wish to have. So for one with lightning damage and lightning resistance, we will try to increase it even more with Ulaman mod. We're trying all of them. Now double this, and we will try to reveal what's going on this one. It's lightning and chaos resistance, that's exact Ulaman mod we are looking for. And on the right one, I forgot to drop it. So you will see what is the difference. This will give us basically random modifiers. Strength and intelligence is okayish. And that was extremely funny craft. I got few more attack modifiers and I enchanted these rings with just 3% modifiers. So we're using catalyzing exaltation right now, and I'm just hoping to get attack modifier on top. Pow! Increased cold damage. It's not attack modifier, so yeah, the higher attack modifier on ring, the more chance to get cool stuff. We got 2 with enhanced cold damage. It may sound like a bad rings. This one is actually with maximum mana, pretty weird. But actually increasing cold damage, lightning damage, and having all resistances is one of the perfect rings for Invoker, because he's using like lightning and cold damage at the same time. Having a little bit more strength and intelligence is also nice. So this craft is super cheap. I don't know how much this ring worth. It's hard to estimate. But this gives us insane amount of total resistances, lightning chaos resistance. This was also pretty cheap. The one with triple like damage on top, but with cold damage. It's also with cold damage is 35 divines right now. I don't think it's actually 35 divines. Maybe we can get 10 of them. But again, it was like super cheap and straightforward craft. Again, if you're crafting rings, it's basically suffix, ulaman, desecration first. Then if you like bonuses you got right now, you can actually drop homogenizing and greater exaltation for 2 modifiers and exalted orb to see what you get more. I got like triple damage right now, lightning resistance and rarity of items. But this one I want to reveal it first. So we're revealing, we're getting our lightning and chaos resistance. It's just completely confirmed craft. Here we're getting the same stuff. Also we could get skill speed, which is also fun, but I want resistance. 3% skill speed is not a great deal actually. And a ring with this amount of resistances actually, with this amount of damage, can go for 60 exalts just easy. Yeah, we just drop attack modifiers on top. I mean 60 divines. It's probably even better than the one I got right now. No, it's like almost the same basically. But it will fix my resistances, I guess. Yeah, it will like give me insane lightning resistance. It will completely fix my chaos problems. So I will need to fix my cold, basically remove full lightning from somewhere. It's fun ring, I'm not using it right now. I'm using dexterity, strength ring basically. And this can go for sale, but I probably want to keep it. Now, this ring, we got everything we need, like all cool fire elemental resistances. And what can be done? Again, it can be enchanted with attack modifiers, and we can drop perfect exalted on top and pray for added damage to attacks and not random like weird stuff. That's one of the ways. Second way, again, we got lightning, chaos, fire, cold, elemental, basically all is stacks, and only problematic one is chaos. So that actually was like a bad decision from me. I should not reveal this ulaman modifier, and then I could actually drop homogenizing and just get increased some type of damage. But again, some type of damage is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for attack modifiers. Therefore, I will try to actually like farm a little bit, and we will make this ring into insanely OP ring later. So we made pretty okay-ish armor, we made some good weapons, we got some good rings. Technically, you understand how to make boots right now, but it's time to make some amulets. I'm actually trying to switch into melee class right now, so I need melee class amulet with probably like extra spirit on top. That's why right now I'm trying to get nice spirit on my solar amulet. So look, ideation goes like this. We will actually enchant it with basic orb, so we get super bad buff, but it got pretty good one. So let's try to make bad one, and we are rolling like super good rolls again. We don't care about rolls, basically we want some low tier rolls, like super low tier. So it took me a few attempts. That's the best one I got. And what we will do right now, as I told you, there's also chaos spam style. Basically we got a bunch of chaos orbs, and we will spam right now until we will get my favorite mod. You already know my favorite mod. I will stop on +3 level 2 minion skills. Okay, we got it. And we know that accuracy is cool tag that gives us extra cool stuff, like damage and other stuff on amulets. And also you already should know that spirit doesn't have any tag, unlike our favorite suffix, which will have attack tag and its melee skills. By having perfect exalted orb, we will guarantee to hit 50+ level on it. Now, we don't need to make sure we're getting suffixes, because there's no other attack modifiers on prefixes. But I want to just make sure that we're not messing it up, therefore let's use perfect exalted orb with homogenizing and dextral exaltation on top over here and guarantee +3 level to melee skills. Pow! We did it. Now we want to add one more prefix, and to do it we will use prefix necromancy. We will go with Amanamu modifier and collarbone. and we will go and unveil it at Wheel of Souls. There is slight chance to miss what we are looking for, and we're looking for minions deal damage, basically damage tag over here. And we're looking for this exact modifier, because if we go for Kurgular, we will get caster tag, but over here we will get minion, and minion is already blocked, so that's blocking tag basically when you're crafting, and minion is the only tag on suffixes. So to make sure we're not actually messing up, we're using Omen of Abyssal Echoes and revealing, so we will be able to reroll. Minion deal damage if you hit, that's what we're taking. So what we have right now is field prefixes. This means the only way we can roll something with Exalted Orb is on suffixes. So right now, if you're rolling for our tags, we got Spirit, we got Accuracy, which is attack tag, and there's no attack in suffixes. We basically can roll only for damage. And since we're rolling only for damage, we will roll increased critical damage bonus, and it will be tier 2 or tier 3, since we're rolling level 50 perfect Exalted Orb. This is not like super cheap craft, but again, we at least know what we are doing. Pow! Critical damage bonus. Tier 2 by the way. And now we will do basically the same to get critical hit bonus. Pow! Critical hit. That's already just insane amulet. Now we need to remove these crappy minions, of course, from our amulet, and we will use Omen of Light and Orb of Annulment. Again, this craft is not a cheap one, but good luck minion damage. We're just removing this stuff. Omen of Light, removing desecrated modifiers with Orb of Annulment. The next step is to actually get a little bit of defenses in our amulet. And there is one really great essence. Perfect essence of enhancement. However, we don't want to break this amulet since it's just perfect right now, and to not break it, we need to make sure we're removing prefix modifiers. Right now we got only one prefix modifier that can be removed because Spirit is fractured, so I will use Sinistral Crystallization. That will make perfect essence to remove prefix modifier. Let's double check prefix. Accuracy rating in prefix. Tada! It will give me global defenses from 20 to 30%. Pow! 34%. No, 30% maximum roll. That's crazy. So we got tier 1, tier 2 rolls on everything on this amulet, and this amulet is just crazy. Again, this craft costs a lot, but already this amulet goes for pretty nice chunk. Now the last part. We don't have any discredited modifiers that we actually want on this amulet, probably. But I'm just thinking for whom I'm doing this amulet. It's either energy shield user or actually evasion user. It's probably will be for monk kind of stuff, like, so maybe even for this league for evasion, like a lot of evasion guys playing this league. Therefore, let's go for Ulaman. Ulaman sounds great. That's the last slot in our arsenal, and we're adding Ulaman modifier, pow, and make sure to use Omen of Abyssal Echoes before, so we can reroll if we didn't like stuff. Let's see. And we are looking for increased evasion rating from equipped body armor. That's actually what I'm taking. And we got probably insanely overpowered and just very good amulet. If we check it, we got basically 3 amulets like this right now on the market, and they go from 28 to like 200 divines basically. Again, it's super cheap to craft, super easy, super straightforward. And that's my last craft for today. I hope you enjoyed this. We will check how shop goes, and I will edit this video tomorrow basically. So if anything sells, I will let you know. Happy crafts guys, and see you in the next videos.